Welcome back. My next guest says there is a dangerous new syndrome out there and it can actually ruin your life. In his new book, he talks about how to stop it and take control. Joining me this morning is Dr. Ciaramicoli, clinical psychologist and author of the book Performance Addiction. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Right off the top, tell us, what in the world is performance addiction?
Performance addiction is the belief that perfecting appearance and achieving status will secure love, happiness, and respect. It's hardwired early in life. It's really an irrational belief system like a religion, but it's hardwired early in life, and it's really reinforced by our culture, particularly the American culture. And I really became aware of performance addiction as I worked with more and more capable people who seem to embody all the characteristics that people really value in personal and professional life, yet they seemed quite miserable. Miserable and unhappy with their personal achievements and miserable and unhappy with their physical appearance. They're really what I call scoreboard watchers. They would take an inventory every day of how good or how bad they look and how well or how poor they perform. The men were preoccupied with money and status, the women with their appearance, thinking that was the ticket to happiness. And I realized that I was witnessing a development in our culture that really created a new addiction, and I believe it's really rampant in our culture right now.
And it runs the gamut, you've found. It goes from housewives to CEO. It doesn't matter what you do in life. Chances are, there's a good chance that you could be suffering from this.
Oh, absolutely. It doesn't matter whether you're a housewife or an affluent CEO who really can't stop working and is working and walking around with the Palm Pilot all day long, but the housewife who can't stop cleaning or has to perfect the living room and the dining room before she has company come and people don't feel quite comfortable. You put your plate down and she's picking it up, and if you put your wine glass down, she's cleaning it.
Putting a coaster on it.
Putting a coaster on it, and you just can't get comfortable. You can't get comfortable around that person because performance addicts are always driven to impress you, to create a certain image, and you get a sense of uncomfortableness with them.
Now, in your book, you have a list of about 74 questions that can help a person determine if they are a performance addict. So tell me some of those questions. We're running out of time, so if we can...
Well, some of the questions are, do you weigh yourself daily? Do you evaluate your physical appearance daily? Do you look to the amount of money you're making on a daily basis? Do you feel jealous when people make more money? Do you go to a party or a wedding and you can't feel comfortable because someone else looks better than you do? A man sitting at a table at a wedding and someone's talking about how much money or their stock options, and you start to feel uncomfortable. Are you always comparing and contrasting? Performance addicts never feel comfortable with who they are. They're always trying to compare themselves to someone else and where they stand in relation to that person.
How do you get past it? Because it's something that, as you mentioned, it starts very early in our lives. You're taught from day one to color inside the lines and make your picture pretty and all that. So how do you get past it?
The way to get past it is really to defeat these myths that money is not the ticket to happiness. Net worth doesn't equal self-worth. Secondly, that perfecting appearance is not going to bring you happiness and love. It's going to make you an addicted person. Realizing that relationships and developing relationship skills are the key to successful personal and professional life. And once people know that, I mean, we know people with high relationship skills do best in the corporate world, they do best in education, they're best as lovers and spouses, and they're the most adept parents as well. So it's the relationship aspect. We have to place relationships above our quest for image and status.
So find something deeper in life.
Deeper in life beyond the surface. And we're struggling in America right now with these surface goals, correcting our appearance, $9.4 billion spent on cosmetic surgery.
It's a mess.
You know, the surgeon's knife is not going to make us feel whole inside, and trying to gain more and more material possessions. I mean, the Nigerians I mentioned to you earlier, they earn $300 a year, and the World Health Organization found they had the happiness quotient in the world.
All right, Dr. Ciaramicoli, thank you so much for joining us. The book is Performance Addiction, and it is on bookshelves right now.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Jody, now to you.